Astronomy is a fascinating topic. More you learn about it, the more there is to know. One discovery often leads to more questions than it does answers. Some of the events in the solar system are pretty unusual. From Pluto's ice dunes to Jupiter's moon, there are all sorts of surprising and mind-boggling things in space. The following list has several astonishing secrets of the solar system that scientists are in the process of unraveling. They range from planetary makeup, living conditions, and even how to travel there. 10. Strange things dwell in the clouds of Venus. The atmosphere of Venus is an interesting one. Scientists reckon there are many unique things in the sky of our neighboring planet. It's believed that once this planet was similar to ours, with great lakes and oceans on its surface. But it might have been different. Experts are wondering, there might have once been life on Venus. If so, they survived at first by 30 miles, 50 kilometers, above the surface of Venus. The temperature and pressure are said to resemble those here on Earth. Peter Beck is an entrepreneur who has made his obsession with Venus clear. Rocket Lab is planning to send a robot to Venus in 2023. They hope that the robot will find any signs of extraterrestrial life in the clouds at a level that's miles higher than the landscape. We're going to learn a lot on our way there, and we're going to give it a try and see what's in that atmospheric zone, said Beck. And who knows? You may hit jackpot. 9. Space hurricane looms over Earth. In 2014, scientists noticed an unusual auroral light vortex forming over the North Pole. This strange spiral of light measured more than 600 miles across with a display lasting 8 hours before it faded from view as the evening came on. But until recently, physicists struggled to explain a massive patch of light in outer space. Now, a team at Shandong University in China have figured out the answer. Years ago, King He Jiang explained that the black hole at the center of the spiral galaxy was an electrical hurricane which was caused by a shower of electrons. This phenomenon can happen when gas becomes electrically charged. Over a decade ago, a particle storm struck Earth. The storm is thought to have been so strong that space hurricanes were likely seen before 2014. But this was the first powerful enough to be recorded. Scientists from China made this discovery and say they may have detected 25 more since then. 8. Methane points to life on Mars. Is there life on Mars? David Bowie famously sang about the prospect of aliens dwelling on the red planet. Now, astronomers have detected gas that can indicate recent microbial activity. Many scientists assume there is life on Mars. Living organisms are here on Earth the most prolific producers of methane. So it would make sense that if life can exist on Earth, it could also exist on other planets. Every time new scientists find evidence of methane on Mars, they inch closer to discovering if there is life on our neighboring planet. This year, NASA's Curiosity vehicle found a spike in methane levels. The rover has been scoping out a crater since it landed and detected a new peak. It's not the first time the rover has found methane spikes, either. The rover detected gas in 2013 and 2014, but it was at a lower level than the latest measurements. This is an unusual find, but it doesn't mean that there is any microbial life on Mars. Methane is also produced through geological processes, like certain rock minerals reacting with water. In light of this, it can be said that astronomers need more evidence before they can identify the methane source. 7. Ice dunes spotted on Pluto. A lot of people believe that Pluto is a world with no soul, but it is not the case. Recently, scientists found out about this amazing, dynamic atmosphere on it which can sustain features like mountains and ice caps. However, recent footage from NASA's New Horizons mission reveals that Pluto is teeming with interesting geographical features. Dunes of frozen methane are spread across the Sputnik-Planitia plains. A vast range of water ice mountains stretches alongside them, each one about 5 km high. These mountaintops are formed from tiny crystals of methane, the same size as a grain of sand. that have been whipped up by glacial winds. Scientists think dunes on the surface of Pluto contain frosted nitrogen crystals. Pluto is not the first celestial body where astronomers have found dunes on its surface. On Venus, Titan, and Comet 67P have spotted them too. 6. Mysterious hum detected on Mars. When NASA launched the InSight lander to study Mars in 2018, nobody expected it to find that the planet is humming. But they are happy to have made this discovery with this vehicle. Using it, they found out that the red planet is emitting an endless hum punctuated by quakes and other geological events. The recent installation of InSight on Mars has come as a surprise to many. It came equipped with a high-precision seismometer and other sensors. The recent data it has collected are already an astounding breakthrough in understanding Martian structure, plus magnetic field. The Mars lander has recorded over 450 cases of seismic activity, or, as some experts call them, Marsquaks. Unlike Earth with its tectonic plates, scientists are still trying to work out exactly how the quakes are caused. But the most unexpected discovery about Mars during this mission is the mysterious Martian hum. Researchers are unsure what its origins are, but it seems to grow louder when Mars quakes. The frequency of this signal is at 2.4 Hz, and nobody knows why it's happening. 5. Methane rain on Saturn's largest moon. Titan, the largest of Saturn's moons, has some unique weather patterns. Unlike Earth, the only other planet with liquid rain on its surface, Titan's rainfall is less frequent. According to NASA's Cassini orbiter, Titan may only rain every 1,000 years, but when it does, it pours. In extreme cases, hundreds of meters of rain can occur in a single day. One of the puzzling aspects of the moon is its severe battering. These deep river channels etch peaks and craters into its surface. There are even lakes and seas of liquid methane in some regions. Astronomers have also discovered a lack of cloud cover in many parts of the moon's poles in North America and Europe. Recently, scientists observed rainfall on Titan, moons of Saturn, during its summer for the first time, but they were puzzled as to why they didn't see any clouds, which usually bring rain. One possible explanation for this phenomenon is that global weather patterns are changing too. However, at this point in time, there is no way to know for sure. 4. Europa, Jupiter's icy moon, might glow in the dark. Researchers think one of Jupiter's moons, Europa, may emit a greenish glow. It is thought that the intense radiation from Jupiter's magnetic field could cause this and illuminate Europe's icy surface, which is why Europa has also been called an ice moon. The frosted moon faces an endless barrage of electrons. When the charged particles slam into Europa's icy surface, they transfer some of their energy to the molecules in the ice. The energized molecules then release that energy as light, which scientists were able to detect using a spectrometer. 3. Strange mass hiding under the surface of the moon. Scientists are unsure what is under the largest crater in the solar system, which is also one of the largest on Earth. The mass has been speculated to be 10 times bigger than Hawaii's size, and it sits under the South Pole Aitken Basin. The original crater is widely assumed to be over 1,200 miles wide and many miles deep. It was created about 4 billion years ago, and it's situated below the Earth's surface. Scientists discovered the metal anomaly in a study of radioactive material. Scientists are trying to figure out the mysterious underground lump. One theory is that it came from an asteroid that blasted a crater into the moon's surface. The core of a meteorite is often made of iron-nickel alloy. Computer simulations show that this metallic core could have become lodged in the mantle of the moon. One theory is it's related to oceans of magma slowly cooling and solidifying. 2. The mystery of rust on the moon. As you're surely aware, iron will start to oxidize after long periods of exposure to oxygen and water. So you can imagine the surprise when astronomers discovered rust on the moon. Researchers from India's Chandrayaan-1 mission have found iron oxide on the surface of the moon. The researchers weren't sure how this could happen, but eventually it was figured out that rust builds up over time. On top of that, it is difficult for the moon to get oxygen because of the hydrogen atoms coming from solar winds. Hydrogen atoms are known to give away their electrons, and this makes it more difficult for the moon to rust. Iron should not oxidize on the moon, and yet there is evidence. Astronomers have found that the answer to this question is rooted in Earth's magnetic field. Earth is constantly being whipped by solar winds, which squash and distort the planet's magnetic field. This distorts the part of the field at Earth's poles, furthest from the Sun, making it tilt off from magnetic north. The moon's orbit around the Earth provides a rare opportunity to see what is hidden inside our magnetotail. The Earth's magnetic field deflects and blocks the moon from being pelted by hydrogen, saving it from an otherwise constant bombardment. The magnetic field also deposits small amounts of oxygen on the surface of the moon. For just a moment, the conditions are right for rust to form. 1. Oumuamua, the solar system's first known visitor. In 2017, a giant cigar-shaped structure visited our solar system. The space object flew around the Sun at 196,000 miles per hour, leaving scientists baffled as to its origin. Oumuamua is a fast-moving object that recently entered our solar system from a distant galaxy. Astronomers estimate Oumuamua's size to be about 800 meters long and 10 times narrower, or maybe even less. One of the main explanations for its chaotic movement through space is that it's just passing through our solar system. Experts at NASA have a few guesses about what Oumuamua, a mysterious visitor from out in the solar system, might be. However, they don't know if it is made of metal or ice, for example, or hail from deep space. There are many secrets about the solar system that we do not know. We know that it has planets, moons, and asteroids, but what other secrets are there? There is speculation that there might be other planets in the solar system, or even other solar systems.